Hello and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews, and today we're going to begin a series of 11 beers from Y Market. And Y Market Brewing is in Nagoya, Japan, right in the center of the country. And they started in 2014. There was a lot of buzz when they opened up at first. And in fact, in 2014, they were the RateBeer Best New Brewery or New Brewer in Japan. And so there was a lot of interest in them. They were making really interesting beers, and they haven't stopped since then. And they put out a lot of beers, many different types of beers. The brewer is kind of adventurous. His name is Kachi Makoto, and he had worked for Kisoji Beer in Nagano Prefecture before branching out on his own. And he soon hired another fairly well-known brewer in Japan named Nakanishi, who came out of Isekadoya in Mie Prefecture. And together they've crafted quite a lineup of beers. They're always putting out new things. And the name Y Market comes from the location of their original brew house, which was in Yanagi Bashi Market in Nagoya. And but they have opened up a new brewery, their Nishi or West Brewery, and it's a larger system, and so apparently they're able to do a lot more nowadays. The beer we're going to look at, 11 beers we're going to look at, you can see the picture at the beginning, and these are all more or less fairly recent beers from them, and we're going to look at them in order of alcohol percentage. So we'll start with a very light American Session IPL, and that will be up next. So let's look at these interesting beers from Y Market. And now here we go with another beer from Y Market Brewing in Nagoya, and this one is called 4D Simcoe. In a previous video we looked at their 2D Simcoe, which is their 2 dimensions Simcoe, and this is called 4 dimensions Simcoe. It's a 6% American IPA at 32.21 international bittering units. So I guess we can round it to 32 perhaps. Simcoe should be the main feature of this beer. However, it does include, in addition to Simcoe, Citra and Mosaic. But the 4D refers to the fact that there were 4 editions of Simcoe during the brewing and I guess the fermentation process as well. Simcoe should add some nice pine, maybe stone fruit and citrus to the mix, and we will see what happens here with this. So 4D, in general, we think of 3 dimensions as relative to space, and that of course is height and width, depth, and the 4th dimension, as originally conceived by Einstein, was time. But now physicists have a different conception of it as spatial temporal, space and time in combination. Something I really should not discuss because I don't really understand it that well. But can we think about beer in terms of 4 dimensions? We have a height, a width, a depth, and we also have time as we experience the beer too. In appreciating the beer, it takes place over time, so I suppose we could include that as an element. In any case, it's an American IPA. Let's give it a go. Okay, it's a rather hazy kind of medium, apple juicy sort of gold color. Put in the light and see what we get here. See, there's quite a bit of carbonation rising. About a half a finger of head or so, white head. Oh my, oh my. Okay, we get quite a mix here. Very tropical. Mosaic comes through pretty strongly. I'm going to say more than Simcoe, but okay, so in the flavor we do get a mix. It's not just Mosaic, but we get Simcoe and the Citra, I think, as well. Very fruity. Part of the idea of this beer is that it should spread out in 4 dimensions for us in terms of our appreciation of it, and I don't think it quite does that. Very pleasant initial fruitiness and mild bitterness. It kind of cuts off after mid-palate though. It doesn't really develop after that. It seems to be going in the direction of a New England IPA, even though it's got 32 IBUs, which is much higher than most of those would have. But the flavor and the aroma are tending in the direction of a hazy or New England IPA. Very interesting stuff. Not exactly what I was expecting, but in any case, on RateBeer, this one has only 1 rating. That's at 3.6. That's probably what I would give it to. Untapped, it's got 63 ratings. The average is 3.79, a little bit higher, but not terribly much. This is a very pleasant beer. I was hoping with the 4D, that got me a little excited, and I was hoping that might really kind of make a splash with the hops, but the blend of hops really, it does. It's got the tropical sweetness. Again, New England IPA is what I'm getting out of this, but rather than just simply an American IPA. But you might want to give this a go if you can find it. Wine Market has it on their website, available in Japan, and give it a try. 6%. 32 IBUs, Wine Market 4D Simcoe from Wine Market Brewery in Nagoya, Japan. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, take care, hope you're doing well, and let's check out some more Wine Market beers in our next video. Bye-bye.